Well, a jury is seated in the trial of a former Grand Rapids police officer charged with the murder of Patrick Lyoya. Jury selection took about 2.5 days. The trial is set to begin Monday. Jacqueline Francis is following this story for us and breaks down the case ahead of Monday's opening statements. Jacqueline, we do want to warn people there is some footage that people might find disturbing.
Yeah, it's taken 3 years to get here. Patrick Lyoya was shot and killed during a traffic stop in April of 2022. It's now 2025, and Lyoya's family says justice is long overdue.
1915.
April 4th, 2022.
I'm stopping you. Do you have a license?
What done?
Do you have a driver's license? Do you speak English?
Yes.
Can I see your license?
It's 8:11 a.m. in Grand Rapids.
What did I do wrong?
The plate doesn't belong on this car. Do you have a license or no?
Officer Christopher Schur makes a traffic stop.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Where is it at?
Behind the wheel is Patrick Lyoya.
Get it for me. Stop. 1915. Got one running.
Patrick tries to get away. The officer runs after him and they struggle.
Stop!
Schur gets out his taser and deploys it twice.
What do you do?
The two fight over the taser. Schur is on top of Patrick when he pulls out his gun and fires a fatal shot to the back of his head.
Based on his investigation, based on everything he has provided to me, I've made the decision to charge Christopher Schur with 1 count of second-degree murder.
Schur and his legal team filed appeals, arguing he was acting within his right as a police officer to use deadly force. In December, the state Supreme Court ruled it would not hear arguments in the case and that it should proceed to trial. A date was set for the end of this month, 3 years after the shooting.
My heart is still broken. My heart is still bleeding because I just want justice for my son.
Patrick's father talked with us ahead of trial. He plans to be there every day, preparing himself for what will be seen and heard.
As a parent, as a father, the only thing that I will be asking the more is just justice for my son, justice for Patrick.
Patrick was a 26-year-old refugee from the Congo. He was a father of 2, a brother and a son.
Every time they bring all those pictures, those memories, it's heartbroken.
The scales of justice will soon be in the hands of the jury.
This case, to me, is no different than George Floyd.
Attorney Ben Johnson, who's representing the family in the civil case, says to expect a lot of technical talk about the taser, whether Patrick got hold of it and whether it posed a threat. The defense touched on this during a preliminary hearing in 2022, bringing in an expert to analyze the video frame by frame.
So now both individuals each have a right hand on the taser.
Schur's attorneys have not spoken publicly ahead of the trial, but Johnson expects the former officer to take the stand.
Schur's going to testify. He has to. He has to, right? Because only he can talk about his state of mind when he pulled that trigger while he was on top of Patrick, while Patrick was on the ground, and while Schur had the gun to the back of Patrick's head.
From Grand Rapids to Detroit, Patrick's death sparked protests and calls for justice.
The Lyoya family has been peaceful through all their pain, and we need the community to mirror that.
On behalf of the family, please, right, let justice prevail.
The trial will take place in Grand Rapids. Opening statements will be first thing Monday morning. We'll be covering that trial every step of the way. Reporting live, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you.